Also tonight, an update in the murder case of Dylan McCurdy, a contractor working at Mayport who was found dead in Atlantic Beach. A grand jury has indicted John Emory Wilson on a new first-degree murder charge in McCurdy's death. Wilson was arrested in Virginia last summer. He was first charged after prosecutors say he allegedly killed McCurdy, then left his body on the side of the road. When he was arrested, JSO said Wilson was suspected of another murder in East Arlington.